Hello friends, welcome to today's exciting new video. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Today we're going to talk about something that has changed the way we commute in India and has impacted millions of people. Ola, the ride-hailing service. But as with any story of success, there's a lot more beneath the surface. What started as a brilliant idea has encountered some challenges along the way, and that's what we'll explore in this video. So sit back, relax, and let's take a deep dive into the journey of Ola, its rise to prominence, its challenges, and its attempt at reinvention. And we'll also discuss whether it can bounce back or whether it's the end of the road for Ola, the struggle of commuting before Ola. Let's rewind to a time before Ola entered the market. Picture this: you're in a hurry and you need to get to the railway station, airport, or your friend's house across town. What do? Well, if you're lucky, you might find an auto or a rickshaw. But finding one, especially during peak hours, could be a huge headache. The problem was even more significant for women and elderly people who would often face difficulty in getting an auto or dealing with drivers who were not very helpful. It was an age old problem. Finding a ride at the right time, with a decent fare, and without the hassle of negotiating. And don't even get me started on the unpredictability of the commute. If you were traveling during rush hour, you could end up spending hours stuck in traffic, making your journey even longer. And this was a problem that needed a solution. This is where Ola entered the picture. The birth of Ola. In 2010, two young entrepreneurs, Bhavesh Agarwal and Ankit Bhatia, came together to create a startup that would completely revolutionize the Indian transportation industry. They named it Ola. The concept was simple. What if you could book a cab with just a tap of your finger? No more searching for an auto or haggling with drivers. With Ola, you could simply use an app to book a ride, and within minutes, a comfortable, air conditioned car would be at your doorstep. It was a game changer. Now let's pause for a moment and consider just how much of an impact this had. Before Ola, people had very few options for hailing a ride. You could either take an auto, a rickshaw, or rely on public transport. None of these options were as convenient, comfortable, or reliable as Ola. With the advent of Ola, suddenly the transportation landscape was changing rapidly. But of course, success didn't come overnight. Ola faced its share of struggles and challenges just like any other startup. Let's take a closer look at how it navigated its way to success. Ola's strategy: the rise of the ride hailing giant. When Ola first launched, it was all about gaining customers and getting them used to the service. The founders knew that if people experienced the convenience and comfort of a ride hailing service, they would quickly become loyal customers. But how do you attract customers when you're just starting out? Discounts. That's right. Ola started by offering massive discounts to get people on board. Their early offers were something no one could resist. For example, the first few rides were completely free, or people could get up to 50% off on their rides. They even offered Rs1 per kilometer during their early days. Now, imagine that, an air-conditioned car for just Rs1 per kilometer. People were thrilled, and they couldn't get enough of the service. Ola was offering what seemed like an unbeatable deal, and everyone from college students to professionals began flocking to the app. The pricing model was so attractive that even people who had their own cars were willing to give Ola a shot. After all, why deal with the hassle of driving through traffic when you could get a car to pick you up right at your doorstep? The ease and convenience of Ola's service made it an instant hit in cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. But there's more to the story. While Ola was winning over customers, it also needed to recruit drivers who would be the backbone of its business. Here's where the company had another stroke of brilliance: attracting drivers, the money game. Ola didn't just focus on customers. They understood that their business model depended heavily on having a large fleet of drivers. To attract drivers, they needed to offer something valuable, and that meant money. Ola offered competitive commissions and incentives that made driving for Ola an attractive option for people looking for extra income. For many, driving for Ola was a full-time job. At its peak, some Ola drivers were earning between R80,000 to R100,000 per month, which was a significant amount of money in comparison to what they could earn from traditional driving jobs. Now, the combination of happy customers and well compensated drivers created a perfect storm for Ola. The company was growing rapidly. Its operations expanded from metros to smaller,